Facebook. It's Charlie here. Today is July the 23rd. How about more like it's the 23rd. And I am 8 weeks out from my surgery, which was May 28th, 2014. It's hard to believe it's already been 2 months. Time has gone by really quickly. And I thought I better make an update because we are at 2 months here. So I want to do stats differently. I'm such a chicken shit about it. I, as you know, have always been not wanting to do stats. It's not my favorite thing to say my weight, and I haven't felt like I've been dropping weight like those around me have. So keeping that in mind, I went through my calendar and wrote down what I was losing every week. And I hadn't been looking at it that way. I've been looking at it daily. And it made such a huge difference for me because it turns out I'm losing 2.5 pounds a week. Today I lost this last week I lost 3.6. So I think my expectations are more realistic than the last time I came to you. That was my big aha moment, was being realistic with my expectations. And I'm learning to stop compare myself with other people I see online. Somebody said to me, comparison is the thief of joy. Let that sit for a moment. It's true. I'm so glad I did my charting on my calendar and can see that my weight loss is realistic. My surgeon was wanting 2 pounds a week, so I'm even above that. I also found a sort of realistic bariatric weight loss chart online that talks about realistic expectations, what you would be losing if you weighed this amount every couple weeks, every 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and shows you a range. So right now I should have lost between 15 and 30 pounds, I believe. And I've lost 20 as of today. So I'm happy about that. With my pre-op diets, I have lost 30 pounds total, which is, I think, a fair amount of weight. I'm finally starting to see definition in my waist. It's nice to have a waist finally. And I'm noticing when I try on clothes from before, they may somewhat fit, but they don't really look right on me anymore now that I have a waist and some hips. I'm used to things going sort of straight down on me, and they're not doing that. They're going the shape of my hips. And so even some of the favorite ones I kept, I don't think they look right anymore, and so I'll have to take those into consignment. So again, inches are moving. I'm happy with my weight loss. I'm still eating really clean. I can branch out into other foods now. I'm off the soft food stage of my diet, but I'm happy with what I'm eating, and it may be repetitive, and some people might not be able to do that. It might be too much of a challenge to eat the same things all the time, but it actually makes everything pretty easy for me, and I know what I'm going to have. It's not a lot of thought process. I'm not missing anything or craving anything. Because I haven't really felt restriction all along, I really haven't been using the tool that everybody says you'll have when you have this surgery. So this week at some point I kind of hit a wall and was feeling kind of choked that I've been doing this on my own, essentially. The tool hasn't been restricting me in what I'm eating and drinking. What's restricting me is my own mental discipline and counting what I'm eating, measuring what I'm eating, weighing what I'm eating, eating in line with the nutritionist guidelines. And so I had a turning point where I realized that's a good thing. It's a good thing it doesn't hurt when I eat. It's a good thing that I can drink a lot of water and not have pain in my chest. It's a good thing that I'm eating good foods. Someone online said to me, well, go have a Big Mac and fries and you'll feel the restriction. And my son said to me, if you weren't eating properly, you would feel the restriction. But because you're doing everything and everything's going well for you, you should be happy about that. You shouldn't be sad that you aren't struggling like lots of other people are. And while that sounds really simple, I needed to get that through my head. So I'm feeling much better about that, and more positive than I have been. Yeah, so instead of feeling choked, I'm pleased because I'm doing the mental part of the work. I'm not just letting the tool do the work for me by restricting what I eat and drink. I'm actually doing the mental work of it because I don't feel I have that, like again, restriction that's stopping me from anything. I'm eating well, I'm drinking well. So that's a big deal for me. I think a lot of people who rely on their tool are going to have a hard time once they don't feel the restriction anymore, and they may not have done all the head work that needs to happen with that. So that's where I think weight gain comes into it, maybe a year out, when people start returning to their habits that they had before the surgery. So yeah, I'm babbling on. I'm in a good place right now, and I'm feeling really grateful and thankful for all the support of all of you and my lovely family and good friends. And it's good to lean on the people that say they'll be there for you. There's nothing wrong in leaning on them. So instead of trying to be strong all the time and get through this yourself and make yourself crazy, talk to the people who are there for you, and let them support you. So there was a couple of things I wanted to make sure that I mentioned. One other thing that took me to that understanding. The night before last, somebody posted that they had lost 21 pounds in 6 days after surgery. And I just laughed out loud. I thought, that's not even physically possible, I don't think. And I kind of realized I'm comparing myself to people who may not be being forthright about their weight loss and how they're losing weight. And I'm just assuming everybody's being honest, but that might not be the case. And it made me feel like I would have a complex if I believed that. I know that after the surgery, we are so pumped full of liquids that a high percentage of us are just trying to lose the liquid weight right after surgery, never mind fat. So I'm sorry if you're out there and it's the truth. I have a hard time with that, but I'm walking away feeling like, comparing myself isn't going to get me anywhere. So I just need to be grateful for my own journey, which is where I'm at now. So fun stuff. I'm starting something called the C5. Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't. It's called the Couch to 5K. It's a learning how to run program. It's 9 weeks long. You do it 3 times a week, and it's interval training. So you would walk to warm up, and then walk for 60 seconds, run for 90 seconds, walk for 90 seconds, jog for 60 seconds. So you do about a 30-minute workout with all this interval training. And by the end of 9 weeks, I should be able to run a 5K, which is exciting because my goal is to run a 10K. But you have to start somewhere. So my friend Jeannie has donated a really superb pair of actual runners to this project, and we did a couple hikes with them, and they're fabulous. They were made for my feet, so I could feel like I can actually be active and not be concerned about foot injuries. The other thing is I bought a sports bra yesterday. Woohoo! Got to rein in the girls somehow. Don't want to sprain my neck from the girls bouncing up and down. So yeah, that was funny being in the changing room, putting on things and jumping up and down to see how in control things would be. So I finally found one. You don't have to spend a lot of money. This was $15 at Walmart. So it'll do the trick. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. So I have my runners, I have my bra. The 5K plan has podcasts that you can download week 1, week 2, week 3, on to week 9. And you can listen to music while you're working out, and it will notify you when it's time to go to the next interval. So you're not going along trying to time on your watch how long I need to run, how far I need to walk, that sort of thing. So it's set up really simply. It's free online. There's also a Couch to 25K that a lot of people are doing. So yeah, if you want to run, if this is something you'd like to pump up your walking, which is what I want to do, I think this is a really safe way to do it. Nice and slow. Hopefully there won't be injuries if you're looking after yourself and stretching and getting warm first. I can't promise you that, but I believe it's laid out in a safe way for us to learn how to run. So that's exciting. We on the hikes that we took. I think I'm so not used to having expectations of myself or not expecting anything from myself physically that I was a little nervous to be out on the walk. It's this strange thing. I can only say I've been afraid of being successful. Like, what if I'm successful at this? What if I'm a fit person like I really want to be? What if I can challenge myself? What am I going to look like at the other end? So it's not even so much afraid of success. It's more, I can't imagine what my life would be like that. Being physically fit and activity being a part of every day for me. So I think I'm a little afraid of failure. I think we all, when we try something new, we all have that little gut talking to us. But walking with Jeannie, I felt challenged, and I really like how that felt. It was such a good feeling to want to do more. I felt like we could have gone longer on both of the hikes. But Jeannie's point was good, and that's that they're new runners. I need to break them in. And I also had plantar fasciitis for a long time last year, and I'm a little concerned about that injury. It took maybe 6 months to heal, so I don't want to mess around with that. But it was a good feeling to want to go further and push myself further and know that, my stopping wasn't because I was a wuss or because I didn't think I could do more. It was, practicality. So, this past week's been a really good week for aha moments. What else do I want to say? I think that's it. It's probably felt like a long one. So, again, thank you for all your support, and I'm always here to answer any questions that I can. That's it. Bye for now. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you next time.